Hi, I'm Elena, and I play Aderna Imperia Caladora.
Hello, I am Skagwater, and I am going to play Cecil Clouds.
Hi, I'm Kyle. I play Isaac Morgan.
And hi, I'm Kevin, and I play Simon Milton.
Hi, I'm Allie, and I play literally everyone fucking else. Let's get this shit started. We're starting, and the scene starts with, rather than seeing any of the players first, you just see, like, a weird, like, whirlwind of clouds going by, and then the scene kind of rolls into a speeder. The speeder holds both Rodney and Hood, and then three other people in the back. Would you guys like to describe your characters, and then we will get into names?
Who wants to go first?
Who's the three?
Yeah, who's the three? Because there's four of us.
Oh, fuck, there's four of you. One of you.
Yes, there is.
One of you is on Rodney's lap. I don't fucking know.
Ooh.
Yeah, there's four of you in the back. So you guys talk about.
I think it'd be extra spicy. Then we also have Hood. Hood is also in this car.
Hood is
I think
also
they're
in
the
this
front,
car.
right?
So we're all sitting in people's laps.
No, it's like one of those mom vans where it's two
there
seats
you
and then
go.
the seat of three.
There you go. I will be sitting in the way back.
Okay.
Third row seating. Love it.
Third row sitting exactly in the middle.
Describe to me and your characters and where you are sitting in the van. And
Okay.
this is going to be fucking fantastic. Thank you
Okay.
all.
Aderna Imperia Caladora is exactly sitting in the very back and in the middle. So if there was someone on either side of her, who gives a fuck? I'm sitting in the middle.
You're making Rodney very confused.
In case you needed to know, my name means Dark Imperial Gift of Beauty. And if you really need to know my government name, it's Barbara Donna. And no, this is not a phase.
You went forward.
It's not a phase, Mom.
Aderna is currently wearing the most vampire goth looking aesthetic because all the cool kids in the year 20... What fucking year is this? 2245? Something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. Vampire kids are cool.
Oh, God.
Twilight reboot. There was like 3 Twilight reboots. I don't know.
There were like 25 different Twilight reboots, and then like Dracula really made a comeback, and all things supernatural.
Oh, my God.
This is not a phase. This is not a phase as much as my mom insists that it is.
How are we supposed to follow up with this?
You guys decided to let Elena go first. That's on you. That's like letting Beth May go first in Dungeons and Daddies. That was a dumb fucking idea.
All right, so I'll go. All right, so
I create awesome characters, Mom.
All right.
Sitting right next to her, directly behind Rodney, is a willow-thin young man. Simon is 17, but he looks like he's 15. Really young. He's got angular features, long, dark hair that's got a nice wave to it. He's got form-fitting black clothes on, and he's got a little bit of an animalistic look to his eyes. He kind of looks like Timothy Chalamet, and he just looks around. He looks like he's on edge. He's ready to kick somebody's ass.
So he is a true vampire if he is 17 and looks like he's 15.
Oh my god, is Andrea going to be flirting with
Simon's constantly brooding.
She prefers her men looking super sickly and like looks like they're like 100 years old, even though they're actually like her age.
Speaking of super sickly, hey Britton, tell me about Cecil.
Right. That's how you segue.
That's exactly how you segue.
Okay, Cecil is going to be sitting right next to Barbara Donna. And he does not look like he fits in here at all. He is wearing the brightest of bright whites and his bleach white hair. And he's just going to be sitting there smiling at everything that's going on, just making sure that, everybody's having a good time, and he's going to just look out the window and imagine himself actually flying out there.
All right. And Isaac, tell me about Isaac. Where's Isaac in the car?
Isaac's probably in the passenger seat, and he's just like kind of minding his own business, just like looking out
Hood's
the
in the
window.
passenger seat. You mean the seat that's right behind the passenger seat?
Oh, did somebody else say passenger seat?
It's one of those minivans where it's the two like self-standing cars and then like the three in the back.
Oh, yeah, okay. Then he's gonna be like right behind it.
Okay.
Yeah, he's just kind of like looking out the window, minding his own business, and Isaac is like this tall guy, so like he's trying to like fit into the car. And you just see like pretty much just silver hair covering his eyes. That's pretty much it.
Okay.
We
Out
got
of
like a
everybody
yin-yang in the back of this car. We got two people wearing all black and two people wearing all white.
Yeah.
Apparently.
You can clearly tell the divide on who Hood recruited versus who Rodney recruited in this team.
That's fine.
Cecil definitely was recruited by Hood. Cecil was definitely a Hood pick. And I'm going to say Adrea was also a Hood pick because she reminded him of River, and he was like, I need this, come here.
He's working on himself, so he's got to have a sister figure that's actually not a sister.
Yeah. And his actual sister is like in fucking Anchorage. So
oh my god, you want to know what I find hysterical?
What?
We're all playing each other's characters except for Kyle, who's just playing himself.
It's another layer of Kyle. Kyle's just playing himself for too.
I'm playing River. Simon is playing Oswald, but then Kyle is just Kyle.
I accept that.
All right.
God, this is great.
In that case, let me add this. Isaac just woke up. That's why he's quiet. He's like, nah, I don't have the energy to deal with any of this right now. Like, he looks over at Belladonna and he's like, that's too much.
if we find out that Isaac is going to use his powers to turn into a Pokemon or to Godzilla, I think your theory is going to have total water.
No, I
totally
wish.
be accurate.
I wish.
All right. So the speeder right now is moving into Haven. There's probably like maybe 5 minutes before you get there, and all of a sudden the little screen, well, it's like a bigger screen, it's kind of like a Tesla screen inside the car, turns on, and you see a cute little guy with like brown hair but with a white streak in it and like round glasses, and it's Data. And Data comes in and goes, hello, Alpha Team Zero. I see you've made it to Haven, safe and well. Congrats! You got the one speeder that Zach just so happened to put a cloaking device in. However, he is a little salty about that, and will not tell me where the button is. So let me know if you can find it. If not, when you reach Haven's checkpoint in 1.5 miles, Yeah, tell me how that goes. So your first job is to roll me, either any of you roll me vehicles or an investigation check to find this motherfucking button that Zach refuses to tell Data where it is.
I demand.
I have a +2 to investigation, so this is gonna go well.
Investigation or vehicles. My vehicles is higher. That is a 16
It
plus
went real well.
Isaac knows nothing.
Nope. Isaac's just looking out the window. He doesn't even know that Data's there.
What did you roll up?
25. I got a 16 plus 9.
Oh boy.
Okay, so
I rolled a
you
nat
can look
one.
and see that there's like a little purple button that seems to be like to the right of Rodney's wheel that he's driving in. So you can either yell at him or you can be obnoxious and go and push it yourself. That's all up on Andrea. I don't really know how she reacts to things yet.
So Aderna is gonna look, and then she's gonna be like, how important is this button actually? And then she's going to then just roll her eyes and then go, hey, the button's right there, but not give like an exact like estimate, so that he has to play the game of, is it this button? Is it this button? Is it this button?
So Rodney is basically doing that. He's just like, which one? This one?
No,
is it this
the
one?
other one.
But
no, the one to your left.
Aderna.
No, the other left. Oh my god! And then I just
he looks over at Hood and he goes, "She reminds me so much of River." And Hood's just going, "I know."
And then I just roll my eyes, and then I go up, and then I press the button, and then as I do, I whisper into Rodney's ear, because we all know the gossip about River and Rodney, and then I go, X upon your testicles, and then I go back to my seat.
It's Aderna's thing, like she loves River and Remy, like that's her fan, like that's their fangirl.
Yeah.
Okay, even though this is very much a phase, she does not want people to know that she actually likes them, because she looks up to them.
Oh,
because
nice.
She thinks that what they're doing is amazing, and she cannot wait to be a part of this trio. Like, and even though like Shade is a part of the trio, she's like planning on like ousting Shade, because there can only be one scene girl per group.
Holy shit, Elena, is your character in Heathers? What's going on here?
I don't even know what Heathers is. I keep hearing about it.
I did just watch Heathers for the first time.
Oh, there you go.
Oh my god. So,
it's more of a Greg Meaner situation, if anything.
It was Mean Girls before Mean Girls, Kyle.
Aderna, can you roll me an intimidation check?
Oh, perfect. My intimidation is a +10. That is a 15 plus 10. Another 25.
Nice.
All right. So
Rodney is terrified about his testicles.
Rodney like flinches a little bit, and he's like physically looking at Hood, because Hood is the one that has recruited you, Aderna, and he's just like, "Why did you pick that one?" And he was just like, "I wanted some payback for what you did to my sister, so I brought another one of my sister. You're welcome."
And then silently from the back, she looks over to Hood, and then she's like also like casting another X.
He winks at you. He's not scared.
She makes the face.
So I want you all to know that Jada is watching all of this and is going, "Yeah, this seems about right." And he's just like, "All right, so you found the button. Awesome. Good job, Aderna. Now that we're just gonna like wait a second until you guys like pass through. I suggest no one make any sounds, because there are some little sound things that like can be passed through their shields. So let's just wait a moment." And after about like a minute, you guys go through what feels like a shield that did like run over you, but since you are cloaked, like it wasn't picked up, and since you guys, I'm going to guess, are being silent, if you guys want to roll and see if you aren't being silent and fuck us all up, we can do that.
I mean, I feel like if anybody would fuck it up, it would be Aderna.
Aderna is currently sitting in silence and is just meditating and sending a prayer to her vampire daddy.
Aderna gets a text from her mom.
She gets a text from her mom. How's the secret mission going, honey?
All your parents. Are all your parents just still alive? They're just letting this happen. Is this like Pokemon?
Okay, so
Pretty much.
Adrena's mom, I guarantee you, Adrena's parents probably, it's like the Kim Possible situation where like they know she is gonna go and do like this thing and they're just like, be safe and make sure you make it home before dinner.
Okay.
They're just happy that she has non-vampire cult friends.
Isaac's parents are just like really fucking chill people, and like, what day of the week would you say this is?
We are the exact opposite of our characters. We have parents that love and care about us.
It is a Wednesday.
It's a Wednesday? Okay. It's like they have the day off from work, so they're just getting fucking zooted and just making like tons of baked goods and shit.
And then I turn to Isaac and I'm just like, hey, Isaac, my mom is asking if we're gonna go over to dinner at your parents' house on Saturday. My mom is bringing kielbasa.
Whoa, dude. I don't think my parents have ever had kielbasa. Like,
So, Rodney looks back at both of you and goes, do you guys really think you're going to be back home by next Sunday?
Listen, it's not my idea. It's my mom. She's just asking. And if not, she'll just go without us and then ask for an update.
I can guarantee you will not be home by next Sunday.
damn, I gotta call my parents.
I gotta ask my mom if it's okay that this mission's gonna take longer than we thought.
It's really asking.
Adriana, can you make sure that my parents know too, please? Like, just tell your parents to tell mine.
Okay,
Great.
Oh
so
shit! I gotta text my boss.
I messaged my mom in all caps. Gonna take longer than we thought. Please save leftovers of zucchini bread. also, let Cecil's mom know that he'll be out longer than expected. Okay, bye.
I'm just I love this. Thank you guys. This is fucking great.
Oh my god, I'm crying. The moment I said zucchini bread, I shed a tear. I was like, what's happening to me? This is what happens when you allow us to have parents.
This is why I don't allow you guys to have parents. This is why I don't allow you guys to have kids.
This is why you shouldn't have allowed us to have actual nice, caring parents. You should have killed them off like James did.
I didn't get any of the choice in this. These were your character builds. And I'm not like James where I'm like, I'm going to kill your mother. Like, I'm not.
I'm going to kill your mother in the first episode. And then blame it on the character.
All right. Okay, so Data is now just like watching everyone and is like, all right, cool. Everybody calm down. Now that you guys are actually in Haven, you have a couple of tasks. You know, the obvious one, go to the Astoria headquarters here and probably take that down. That's probably like a real top one. There's like a bunch of like weapon data and DNA documents just like in the headquarters itself. So like that's one thing that you can look into. That's not going to only be at the Astoria headquarters though. That's going to be in several different places. So it's like a pick and choose. You also need to find a place to settle down. And a reminder that Evolution is still in this town recruiting mutants. And from what I heard from our main team, they're being a little bit ruthless about it. There's also very important weapons and prototypes in this city also. So, like, figure out what your first call of action is, and then you guys can go from there. I just wanted to give you guys a little update, little status. I do want you guys to know that the main team is doing pretty well right now. Other than the fact that they did already lose somebody to evolution, but it's fine. It's fine. I heard everything's gonna be fine and okay. Good luck. Have fun. He just turns off the screen.
So we're gonna have fun on this trip, right?
Simon sits up in his chair and he's like, well, yo, check it. Whatever we need to do to take down Astoria.
Can you tell me he's wearing gold chains and a sideways hat?
I'm so sorry, Kev. That had the exact same cadence as "Hello, youths. What's up, my homies?" I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. I will rein it in.
That is good. No, but he says, whatever we can do to take down Astoria, we need to do it now. Those people are dangerous, all right? We've lost enough to those crazy psychos already.
Okay.
But what do you think, Rodney?
Well, we do need to find a place to settle down. That's top key, because if we spend all day looking for Astoria, we're not going to have his place to sleep. And to be honest, I don't want to sleep in a car with all of you guys. It doesn't seem like a fun plan.
I suggest a nice deep dark cave, because the amount of sunlight coming in this desert climate is not good for my skin.
Isaac, who's actually wearing all black and has silver hair and silver eyes, is just staring at you like, this really is just a phase, bro.
We need to find somewhere where I can recharge before I can go back out into the sun.
Rodney is holding he put the car on autopilot, and he's just holding his temples, and he looks over at Hood and he goes, "You had to get them all from the same high school. You had to get them. They all had to go to the same high school, didn't they? We are babysitting right now, Hood. We could have gone with the other team." And Hood is like, "No, that wasn't for us. And plus, you would have been a river the entire time. That wouldn't have been fun for you. Isn't that right, Simon?"
Yeah. Sure, you say so.
Hood's just having a good time. He's not annoyed at all. He's actually pretty hyped to be out of Eden, but he's also cracking up at this entire situation.
Hey,
tell me we passed by a billboard that has the movie that he was going to be in.
Yes, we do.
And I look at it and I go, Hood, doesn't it feel weird to be running away from your problems and seeing it all before you in front of your eyes all the time?
I don't know what you're talking about. I look hot on that billboard.
Oh, you're going to be in one of those movies? Man, those people's movies suck.
And I go, yeah, they sold out a long time ago.
Yeah.
No offense to Leon or Callie.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Okay, well, here's. Do you guys really want to know what happened there? Because it's no one really has asked me about it. So
we already know the whole lowdown. And if I had my choice, I would have gone with the greatest team. And clearly, we're just the set aside people. No offense, Cecil and Isaac and Simon. Y'all are great, but you two are the basics.
You realize that.
Listen, I did a job with the main team, and I got to tell you, they do know what they're talking about. They know what they're doing, but we just need a little more time. We need a little more time to prove ourselves and to strike out.
So
Astoria took a lot from a lot of people. We need to make sure that gets resolved.
I want to put it into the universe right now. This is Hood, by the way, because I'm not going to be good at switching the voices, and I apologize.
You should just say Hood starts to say so that we know.
Hood, this is Hood. Hood in quotation marks. So Hood just goes, I want everybody to know that both of them were actually shapeshifters, and they were 12. and I was babysitting them. That's what
Wait.
that was.
Wait a minute.
Well, the who? What? What I
Wait,
miss?
what?
Yeah, they're 12 years old, guys. Both of them.
Hold
they're
on,
twins.
Allie.
Who
Hold
is?
on, Allie. Was that the secret that they were actually like 12 years old?
Yes, it was.
Ew! Look on you, sick fuck!
Oh yeah, because you totally made out with him, right?
You dare!
Yeah, they were 12.
Seriously? Is that what it says on their character sheets?
They told me directly.
Man, that's whack.
How long have they been making these movies?
So
This was like the 9th movie.
What had happened was, they were tired of living with their poor parents and they realized that they had mutant abilities. So they had a very wild imagination. They shape-shifted into, like, older people and kind of walked into his studio. And they, like, really liked the ideas that they were pitching, and then they got rich. And that was what happened.
So they started doing this at, like, because movies take a long time to make.
Yeah, they started doing this at, like, 9.
I don't know, man. They put Call of
There's
Duty
like
out like
8 or
every
9
6 months.
movies that are out.
Listen,
you
I
gotta keep in
can't
mind
do
they also
timelines.
put Call of Duties out like every 6 months. So like, I'm sure that they could.
Then again, like we also don't know the technology. I'm trying to think of like in terms of like our reality, whereas movies might take like a month to make in this universe because of the high tech.
It really didn't take them that long to produce the movies, and they also could film them back to back because you have to remember they were actually young, so they could do them side by side because they had the energy to.
Okay, I'm trying to not think in terms of our universe where it takes like 2 to 3 years to make a movie like that. Okay.
Yeah, no. Hood was like, yeah, they were 12. I was babysitting them. And Anton, I only realized that they were 12 after they took me the second time, by the way, because, like, it was weird. Like, I will admit, I did think Antoinette was hot, but, like, Remy kissed Zeus, so fucking whatever.
Yeah, you wanted to date a 12-year-old. There's a difference.
As soon as I found out she was 12, I stopped that shit.
Yeah, and did you let Remy know that he was 12? No, she's under the impression that he's like a 25-year-old.
Why do you care so much about
Feel
Remy?
like you're getting mad for like no reason.
Because I support women, Isaac! Her voice goes to her actual voice for a second, and then she like recoups, and she's like, meditate, you're letting your vampire out, meditate.
Simon looks over to Rodney and just goes, whoa.
That's a lot of baggage there to unfold.
Rodney's like, I
look at
already knew
Cecil.
all
I'm
this.
just like, don't you dare! Like, I look at Cecil like, don't you dare tell me that you're on his side, like that kind of a look.
No, I'm not on his side. No. You know what I mean.
Like, this is all a look conversation that we're having with our eyes.
Yeah. Eyes get wide like, come on, I believe you.
All right, so
It's okay.
do you guys...
You're just a emo Disney princess. It's fine.
And then I give him again, like with a glare, like, I'm so tempted to suck out your blood right now, but I'm not going to because my fangs aren't grown in yet.
Yes,
Hood then looks
it's
over
okay.
at Rodney. Hood then looks over at Rodney and goes, I feel like this is what River would have been if we had our parents. This would have been River.
But then again, this entire conversation is like through eyes, like that mental talk that we don't have, but all best friends do.
I'm so tempted to suck out your blood line was made with the one eyebrow raise.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Isaac's over here thinking like, I want to get a sandwich.
And then Aderna from the back also says, I could also go for a sandwich.
Are we finding a place to stay before we go after on this mission? Like, what's going on?
I said we had to find a cave.
We're not going to a fucking cave, Andrea.
Can I do like a roll to see if there's like an abandoned house or like
yes,
roll
for me.
Not
Roll
like a
for me,
shitty
Ivy.
hotel, but like an okay hotel.
We'll roll to see if you can find anything to start with, and then we'll like go in from there.
Okay, what is that, like perception?
Yeah. Perception or investigation, you can also use your phone.
That's 12 plus 11, that's 11 plus 12, that's 23. I can't read.
There's like a few places nearby. There's a few hotels, there's a few like condos for rent, there's some Airbnbs. There are like choices. And I want to make it clear, just so like people aren't confused on like where we're getting these credits. Rodney and Hood have the financial. They're sponsored by Augustus Lancaster currently.
The financial backing of the Lancaster money.
That Lancaster money.
The Lancaster money.
So yeah. Anything is possible. They don't want to go too expensive, but...
Okay, so I would probably say, like, Airbnb would be our best bet. Like, do we know how long it would take for us to be here?
I would say you would at least want to be here for a month.
Okay. Can you do an Airbnb for a month?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
so then
Definitely.
I guess, can I do, like, a technology to see, like, a decent Airbnb?
Yep, and make sure it's one that has enough beds or at least a couch for
Yeah,
all
that's
of you.
exactly what the technology thing is like to see if like we find the exact B&B that we need that has the amount of beds, the amount of bathrooms, the amount of space. And if it's a poor roll.
Isaac kind of speaks up and he's like, "Can we get a place with a bed and breakfast?"
I rolled a 4 on the die plus 9, so a 13.
Ooh.
So I find like something in the middle where like we're gonna have to like probably bunk in rooms together. That's fine.
That's okay. We can still work things
So
out
there's
there.
there's
I
a
go,
place
hey, there's this B&B. The only issue is how many people do we have in the car? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The only issue is that there's 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and the house color is purple.
Is what?
What? Why does it matter that it's purple?
Yeah, what does the house color matter?
Because it doesn't
Purple's
go with the
great
vibe.
color.
Isn't
You know,
I'm sorry, isn't your number one fan's entire thing purple? Like, aren't her eyes purple and she glows purple? That was Rodney. Dash Rodney.
No, because we're in New Mexico and it doesn't fit the vibe.
hey, listen,
It's the
Michael.
vibe of
Most,
New Mexico,
most
bro.
houses are staccato.
Well, think of it this way. Michael, who's part of the main team, he lived in a cell for like a year and a half. So the fact that we're going to be in
Yes,
anything
but why
better
would you
is
paint your
better.
house purple in the middle of New Mexico?
It's not my house.
Some people don't
To stand
understand the
out.
vibe of certain... Yeah, but some people don't Oh, look, you can see the house from up here.
Arena, book it!
Have you
I
heard
book
about
it
it?
for a month.
You ever heard about hiding in plain sight? You know, that's so loud and obnoxious that they won't think to look for us there.
I book it for a
Exactly.
month, and then you see on her Airbnb, as Cecil sees on her Airbnb rating, she has a perfect 5 stars.
Oh, you're so
Okay.
nice. You know this.
Rodney, I'm going to make it so Airbnbs, like, in the future, you can book it, like, 5 minutes before you get there, because that's, like, a more convenient thing to do for, like, emergencies. And, yeah, so you guys were able
Well, this
to...
is probably like just a typical Airbnb house where no one actually uses it, and
Yeah, that's
it's
what I'm
already
talking- yeah.
available.
Yeah, it's one of those where you could go there, like, now, and, like, the keys are in, like, a little lockbox, and once you booked it, it has, like, the code to get into the lockbox to get in. So, you guys go in, and the place... Oh, that's a good thought. In the place, when you open it, it starts out like a dark red, like hallway going in, and there's a lot of drapery, but there's also like a lot of ropes everywhere.
Ropes?
And then I just look around and I'm like, immediately Aderna's like, this fits the vibe. I get it now.
No, but also, see, here's the thing, Aderna. You looked at, like, the floor plan. You saw, like, there was... Because you have a 13, so I will give you, like, you did find a place with 4 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms.
They only had pictures of the outside of the house and the floor plan.
Yes. The inside... The inside of the house, the best way I can put it in an R-rated podcast is it kind of looks like a BDSM lounge.
Oh, yeah, we got that with the red walls and ropes, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty clear indication.
And in one room, like, the beds have, like, the chains on, like, one of the headboards and everything, and they have, like, things to, like, tie people up. They have stretcher bars. It's fun. It's like a fun little vibe.
I immediately rate it 5 stars.
This place is an entire mood.
Yeah.
And as soon as Rodney looks at it, he looks over at you, Aderna, and he goes, "Really? You picked a
Isaac's just trying
BDSM
not
den?"
to touch any of the surfaces yet.
He's
He's looking at like Lysol wipes.
No,
And I go, don't worry, guys. Airbnb rules dictate that after every single person leaves, either the people have to clean it or the house owners have to clean it, or else they lose a star rating and possibly not able to use the Airbnb. This place is clean.
Actually, all the 5-star ratings on this house says this place was impeccably clean and everything was, like, to a T. It was probably one of the cleanest places that they stayed in.
Well, yeah, you don't want to piss off your dom, so you better get that shit clean before you leave, you know?
Hell yeah!
No one likes a dirty workspace. No one likes a dirty workspace.
That's exactly right.
Cecil, as minded as he is going to go grab one of the ropes and try to start swinging from it and singing. Rewrite the stars.
Oh man.
Rodney's just like, you picked the one BDSM den. Rodney's like pink. Rodney's like bright fucking red. And he's just like, Aderna, you picked the BDSM den?
And then I immediately start, like, picking out my room.
Aderna, answer me.
Hi guys, Elena here. I'm here to talk to you about this week's sponsor, Zencastr. When we first started off recording Dice Drop Evolution, it was, let's say, on brand as a chaotic mess. So, when we first discovered Zencastr, we were beyond excited. We found out that they had crystal clear sound and gorgeous HD video, and it was perfect for us because we lived all in different time zones. You are able to separate the audio video tracks that record separately for guests and for your host. They are able to secure your cloud backup and you never lose any of your interviews or storytelling. It is so easy to use that even a dingus like me, if I tried to actually edit on a podcast, it might be flawless. So what you can do is you can go on ahead over to zen.ai/Dice Drop Evolution or click the link down below and get 30% off your first 3 months with a pro account. Anyone can make a podcast with Zencastr. Bye, guys.
Hey, you there, listener. This is Allie, from that podcast that you're listening to right now. Well, if you're listening to us, you must be really into or interested in tabletop role-playing games. Well, from the makers and publishers of games like Mutants and Masterminds, that's the one that we play, Blue Rose, Dragon Age RPG, Fantasy Age RPG, and many more, Green Ronin Publishing and Dice Drop Evolution would like to give back to you all. So stock up and pick up some new games at greenronin.com and use the code DICEDROP at checkout to help save you some money. Again, that is greenronin.com and the code is DICEDROP at checkout. Have fun, friends.
We are the Game Night Heroes, and you can be too. We are a group of 5 friends playing tabletop role-playing games, and we strive to tell story and character-driven narratives that are immersive and exciting. We're currently adventuring in Dungeons & Dragons 5th Edition with Green Ronin Publishing's Freeport campaign setting. Our heroes are exploring a pirate town gone legit, harboring a sinister secret. New episodes come out every Tuesday. You can check us out at GameNightHeroes.com, and we are found on all streaming platforms. See our main hub at anchor.fm/GameNightHeroes. We'll see you out there.
I go, I'm sorry. It didn't have any pictures of the inside. Clearly, they like to do an under-the-wraps operation here, which I totally understand. Makes sense of why they painted their house purple.
Oh, so now you're okay with the color purple?
Yeah, because this place is cool. And I immediately open up a bedroom and I go, oh, Cecil, they have a swing! And I run in.
They do really. I want to see it. And he swings down and goes and follows her.
Oh, these children are my favorite children.
And then I come into the room and I just start unpacking. And then as Cecil's in the room, it's like a lot of like Victorian style clothing, but she's not wearing like the hoop skirt or anything. It's a lot of mostly like shirts and like obviously like Victorian men's pants because Victorian's women's clothes were not functional.
Yeah.
At all.
So you have like the velvet leggings and shit like that.
Yes, like the velvet leggings, the leather pants, like stuff like that. And then corsets, and then of course she has like a shit ton of quote-unquote vampire sunscreen. And then she has, if they ever leave the house, I'm just setting this up right now, if y'all have ever seen American Horror Story Coven, when they all leave the house and they have the umbrellas and the gloves and all
Oh
that
boy.
shit, that's exactly how she plans on leaving this house.
You
Just had to
all
bring
right,
all that stuff, didn't you?
everybody
I
get
don't want to
unpacked.
die, Cecil.
You're not
Everyone
gonna
get
die.
unpacked, and then we can figure out what the first thing we're going to do is. Okay?
And then I go into the
Yeah, you got
bathroom,
it, Rodney.
and then I see like suction cup dildos.
Oh boy.
Just a selection
They're
of
like
suction
crystal
cup
ones. They're
dildos.
crystal ones. They're like decor. They're the crystal ones. They're nice.
Yeah, like suction cup dildos, and then like one that's like clearly there for decoration, and she's just like, someone's definitely shoved that up their butt.
Oh my.
If it doesn't have a flared base, you shouldn't put it up your butt.
Oh God, bring your Twitter conversations into this. So, you know what? Actually, I'm gonna roll something real fast.
Uh-oh.
Are you rolling to see if someone actually put it in their butt?
No, I was rolling to see. You know what? Cecil
Yes.
and Simon, actually.
Mhm.
Both your phones go off, and you see it's a text message from Shade.
Oh, jeez.
I look at it immediately.
Shade, Shade first sends you a photo of her from like, because last time you saw Shade, she had bright blonde platinum hair. Now it's a photo of her doing peace signs of like a river, of her holding River and Remy has like cute like rainbow tinsel in her hair, and River's hair
And
is like a split
Stevens.
dye. A split dye with purple. Yeah, it's tinsel with space buns Remy has. And Rivers is a split dye, half purple, half black. And she goes, we got our hair done! And then she goes, also, and she sends a photo of like Evolution's like banquet headboard that's like everywhere, like billboard that's everywhere in Anchorage right now. And she goes, also, we're going to a banquet. How are you guys doing?
And snapping pictures of everything and sending it directly to her. About like this.
The response that you only get is kinky, period, and that's it.
Simon's gonna write, it's not what it looks like, trust me.
She's like, no, I think it's exactly what it looks like. Actually, give me a moment. And you guys wait a moment, and all of a sudden you see a FaceTime come up from Shade.
I'm gonna try and play the innocent person here, and it's really difficult for me.
How you doing?
Okay. He's gonna say, "What this place is actually really nice. There's a lot of stuff here that's very pleasing to look at."
How did Rodney approve this?
Oh my god, the bed is swinging from the ceiling! As you hear down the hall.
Rodney approved this place?
Yeah, he did. It was kind of like a hide in plain sight type of approach, you know?
Alright, okay.
We have a girl on the team, and she's a little bit type A, you know? And Rodney kind of goes for that, so he just is kind of doing his thing. Let her do her thing, you know?
I also think that the girl on your team is like 16, so I don't think Rodney's going for that right.
I'm 18.
Oh, no.
I'm 18.
Well, Shade thinks you're 16.
Okay. The vampire serum is working.
I just mean that he's a beta male. That's all I meant. I didn't mean that he was into her or anything like that. Because he clearly is in love with River,
Simon?
so...
Yeah, you hear Remy in the background.
Man, he's a real cut.
You hear when Simon says Rodney's a beta male, just outside you just hear River go, ha! That's fucking great!
And you hear Oswald in the background.
Oswald's not with us, so
No, but Oswald cuts in on the comms. I feel like he's just cutting in on the comms at the best time. Like, you know, just good timing. He's like, is that Rodney slander? I can join in on some Rodney slander. That's not why I called, but...
So you guys are in a BDSM den, I see. Do you guys know what your first task is?
Clearly finding the dominatrix that owns this house.
Isaac's gonna say, learning how to use ropes?
I think...
No, we've got something planned against the story. I'm just waiting for Rodney to tell us the details.
To tie.
We're gonna strike fast and strike hard, don't you worry.
You can try that.
Are you going to
Britt is having a horny attack.
I mean, the ropes and chains there might actually be like helpful in a non-sexy way. For
Does it help that I have a whip and then you hear a crack of a whip in the background?
Spicy, I like her. I want her on our team next. I called it. Thanks.
And then Aderna immediately goes into the bedroom that she is residing in, and then melts for a hot second and turns into Barbara Dawn, and she's like, oh my god, 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 oh my god. And then she walks back out and she's like composed vampire
You hear River in the back saying, so, we found some things on Astoria here, but yeah, I would go and figure out what the fuck you guys are doing. You can talk to us at the end of the day. Have fun, guys. And the call beeps off. And Rodney comes into the room and goes, all right, is everybody unpacked and ready to talk about what our first options are for being here?
Wasn't it like we gotta go find the...
Yeah, Simon perks right up. Yeah, we're ready.
Well, there's options here. And this is where you guys can like determine what you guys want to do first. You can start with infiltrating the Astoria headquarters. That might not be the first thing you want to do, but that is an option. You can go looking into other Astoria labs in the area to see what's going on there. There are different weapons and prototypes being made also within Haven that are contributing to the war, and there's also a lot of evolution people in Haven right now, as well as everywhere else in the SCSC. So please, you guys can choose what mission you guys would like to do first.
I feel like going for the weapons is important first. Just me thinking.
Well, Rodney,
Yeah, but I also think that if evolution is wiping people, that's also kind of important.
Weapons are people. I say
Yeah.
people. We need to save the people first.
Well, we don't really know. According to the others, they already got someone in Anchorage, but that doesn't mean necessarily that they got other people here, and we also don't know what means they are going to get other people. So unless we see another evolution team, let's not do that quite yet. That might be like a tomorrow task.
okay. Whatever you want us to do, Rodney, I got your back 100%.
Okay. Well, I'm kind of more with
Okay.
Isaac right now, and getting the weapons might be the best one, only because we just got here, and yeah, we want to like start things up, but I also don't want to be up until 4 a.m. because the trip here was around 5.5 hours long, and that was a lot.
You see Isaac like really happy that like you agreed with him, and I don't know if you remember, like I don't know if any of you have seen Horton Hears a Who, but there's a guy in Whoville who goes, "Yeah!" and then just goes for a fucking high five. Let's see if I can find a GIF.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
All right.
I didn't know that Eden was in Utah. I always thought Eden was in Colorado.
Eden is in Colorado.
Well, then why is Eden in Utah?
Is Eden in Utah?
Yeah, Eden's in Utah.
Well, I fucked up. Oh well, that Eden's in Utah now.
Oh well.
Fictional map.
I don't know my states.
No, I was sitting there and I was like 5.5 hours. Okay, well, that kind of, I was like trying to think of like, would it really take that long to get between like, I would assume, I don't know where Albuquerque is. From Albuquerque to like, we said what before? It was like Colorado Springs that we were in? Somewhere like
Yeah,
that?
I'm gonna be
Denver?
honest. I made Mappy make this map, and I put it there, so that's on me. And I guess Eden's now in Utah, but now it's like a Utah Colorado hybrid thing. I'm not changing it. Oh well,
No,
here we
it
are.
looks
I mean,
good,
this
but
is
I
like
was-
post like our, you know, USA. So
Yeah.
state lines.
I went
could
to
have
public
shifted.
school.
State lines could have shifted.
Definitely.
Yeah, state lines could have shifted. It's okay. Like, you just put it on the map. No one's going to judge you. I was like, oh. And then I noticed, I was like, wait a minute. I didn't know that it was in Utah.
No, it was originally in Colorado. That was my bad.
Yeah, that's
And
fine. You good. You Gucci. You had the best
I'm
intentions.
hot. I'm hot, not smart.
You had the best intentions.
Okay, so finding weapons and prototypes. That's what we're planning
Let's
on
do
doing
it.
right now.
Yeah.
I guess.
Totally.
You
dude.
sound okay, so Hood comes around and brings out this little box, and he pushes a button on it, and it kind of turns into this cute little holographic computer. And he goes, all right, so who remembers the guns? Were you guys even around for that? I don't fucking know. Who remembers the guns that like can shoot something and take your powers away? Y'all remember those? Yeah.
Oh yeah, I do.
Yes.
Apparently the prototypes were made here for that, and that only means that they have other things being made for them. So there are several places. I don't think we're going to be able to hit all of them today, but definitely hitting one is better than hitting none. So there are a few places, and in the map you see within Haven is a little bit smaller than Eden. It doesn't have a lower upper middle district. It really just has like the lower and upper district, so it's more of like middle to upper class. It's not like there's a poor class like there is in Eden. And there's like little spots that blink up. There's probably like 5 different spots where these warehouses can be, where the prototypes and weapons are being made. So there is one that's probably 45 minutes away from you. There's also one that's about an hour away. There's one that's 30 minutes away, and one that's around 25-ish minutes away.
Are there any like major differences between them, or just like is it the same thing, just scattered?
Like, is there a major plant, minor plants?
Yeah.
Roll a d6 for me. And if you roll a 6, then it's 5. That's how that works.
Hold on, my actual dice is across the room. That's actually a lie.
Uh-oh.
I don't know where my actual dice went.
Kyle!
Unfortunate.
Someone roll me a d6.
Whoa, dude, that's so unfortunate, but I like found my d20. That's so fucking weird.
Nope, it's a 4.
4? Alright, so the fourth one that's like 45 minutes away seems to be like the main warehouse, like the biggest one. It seems like it's like the it's definitely like the main headquarters where everything probably goes in first. You can tell that by the size of it. Like the other ones look like Targets, and that one's like a super Walmart.
Well, what
Like a distribution center.
Yeah. So, but what if we go to like one of the smaller ones, to like get our confidence up first?
What if we go to the farthest one first, so it's further away from
Cecil,
where we
your
actually
confidence
are?
should already be up.
Take them less time to find us if something goes wrong.
That's an
That makes
option.
sense.
That's
That makes sense.
All right, you guys want to do that?
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
Aderna,
Yeah, that's fine.
She's too
Okay.
busy in that room.
I need you to respond to me.
She's reading the book on
Sorry,
BDSM now.
I zoned out for like a hot second. No, you're good.
For some reason,
Adrena's reading the book on BDSM now.
Adrena went to the side and pushed a button, and all of a sudden, pillow talk. But
She pressed a button somewhere, and then the room spun around, and now she's like in a completely different room and has no idea where she is. And she's just like, aha! She's just
Is there like
enjoying herself.
Is there like, just really, really like 80s style shag carpeting?
Yeah,
and
in the one room, it's like an 80s shag den, but still like a BDSM theme. And she's just like,
there's a weird waterbed involved. You're
yeah,
very
there's a
confused.
weird waterbed. And then she's like, maybe I should move into this one. This reminds me of my parents' basement.
Oh my gosh.
Yikes.
This is fun. This is a fun game, guys.
Meanwhile,
Oh my
Isaac
God.
is just reading about BDSM nuts because he's like, I'm curious, dude.
And then she like figures out exactly how the room spun around. You had to flick a nipple and a tit.
It's just a random boob just like on a wall somewhere.
It's like a random, like, you know how like Batman
Like a
has
random
that
bust sitting around.
random
The head.
the random bust, and this one is exactly a random bust. And you have to flip the tit.
Great.
And then she spins back around and she's just like, okay, back to what we were supposed to be doing.
Rodney's just looking at you like, why the fuck did we bring you?
And she looks at him and she just goes, why the fuck are you a beta male? And then goes back to what she was doing.
Okay.
She's gonna give Hood and Rodney no fucks. Like this entire thing, she has zero
I want
respect
you
for
to know,
them.
Hood thinks this is fucking hysterical. Like,
Well, of course,
feels
Hood thinks everything is hysterical until it's turned upon
Right.
him. He's a
That's very
fucking
true.
sociopath.
He's just like, all right. So Rodney's like, all right, let's get back into the car and head over.
And
Now that
then
I know where the fucking cloaking button is, sack.
And then she, as soon as she steps outside, she has her sunglasses. She has those like lace black gloves, and then she opens up her parasol, and then
Cecil's gonna walk up behind her.
walks into
So
the
how long are you
van.
gonna keep this up?
Until I get to the car, Cecil.
Okay.
I don't think that's what he was talking about.
It's not a phase, man.
She ignores that. She ignores the whole thing.
Can I just say I love this dynamic of this like wannabe emo girl and her 3 male friends are just like, please stop.
She looks at Cecil and she goes, if Afanas knew exactly how you were talking to me right now, he would tell me that I need to ditch my human friends and continue on with my 12-step journey into becoming the vampire that I am.
Oh, so now he's your best friend, huh? Not like our friendship hasn't been.
Cecil, I'm currently on step number 4. Do you know how hard it was to get to step number 4 in a 12-step program?
Hey, I'm going to
So
bring,
what is this, like AA?
Aderna, I'm going to bring something into canon via Remy because I think it'd be really funny and I don't think you'll hate me for it.
Okay, what?
About 2 years ago, before all this, 3 years ago, before all this shit happened, Remy posted a blog saying black gloves are so out. If anyone has seen wearing them, gross.
See, but that's assuming that Remy has a blog.
I feel like Remy is the kind of person that has a secret blog somewhere, and Aderna would
It's
know about
probably
it.
on like an Instagram page that she uses, like, you know, like a Finsta of like,
Yeah,
she does like
exactly.
fashion trends, and then like Aderna saw it and she was like, this is like the beginning of the vampire phase, and she was just like, oh, how wrong you are, fashion lover 97 or something like that.
That would be her name too.
Actually, no. This is it. Oh, you don't know how wrong you are. PG Keen 45.
Dude, that's meta as hell.
Call
Way
it
to
out
put,
my
way to
own.
put yourself in
Follow Lane
universe.
on Twitter.
Well, imagine that would be exactly what her handle would be. That's why I chose my handle. I chose something Remy would
Nice.
pick. Now I'm half tempted to change my handle to something Aderna would have.
Isaac kind of leans over to Cecil and he's like, "You think this is like a pyramid scheme or something?"
That's what I'm starting to think, yeah, because she wasn't like this a year ago, I swear.
Yeah, I wonder if she's like trying to convert us.
For an absolute context, it's not a pyramid scheme. It's just, you know, those Twilight girls from like middle school who never got over it and had Twilight all over the place.
Oh yeah.
That's exactly what this
Hey,
is, but at a
Aderna.
high
Hey,
level.
Aderna, how do you feel about Robert Pattinson?
And I look at him and I go, in full context, that the Batman just came out, and she goes, one of the greatest actors of our generation. Even though he's not a part of our generation anymore, I'm fully convinced he is a vampire. And I get into the car.
So just so like our listeners can understand where these guys are like age-wise, we're going to break down their high school journey because this is basically what happened.
This is how they all know each other, is that
Yeah,
we all went to high school together.
Yeah, basically. Cecil, Aderna, know Isaac because Isaac actually was a senior when they were a freshman. Isaac graduated. Cecil and Aderna turned sophomores. Simon came into high school. Then at the time when Cecil and Aderna left, Simon was supposed to be a senior. So that's how that kind of worked out. And that's how they pretty much all know each other. Simon doesn't know Isaac that well, but I assume in the past few weeks you all learned about each other really quick through like teachers like that you had, like mutual friends,
Well,
like all
Isaac
that.
and I, our families knew each other because they were gonna go to their house. So I imagine all our families know each other, but Simon is the one who is like with Isaac. He's like, I don't know you that well, but all of our families hang out together.
So what were your guys' reaction to Simon was in jail for a few months?
Well, we knew like the milk cartons and stuff were out, and so I was doing a lot of like seances to see if he was dead.
Isaac was just at the ice cream place that he worked at, and he was like, I haven't seen him in a while, man. I wonder what happened to that guy.
I was trying so hard, and every single time like a wind would blow and like blow out a candle, and I would be like, oh my god, Simon's trying to communicate with us. And I would like say like my vampire coven was on it, and they knew a location, but it was hard for them to decipher where. They knew that it was somewhere dark because he was they assumed he was trying to make the transition into becoming a vampire too.
Oh.
Wait, would you say that Aderna has like the feather in her hair that a lot of Seton kids had?
I would imagine that she had she's like full on, what was her name from Hex Girls, what was her name?
Oh, from like Scooby-Doo. Hold on.
Yes, from Scooby-Doo. The actual sexual awakening that I should have known that I was a bisexual human being when I was a child because I was obsessed with her. And I can't
Thorn,
remember.
Dusk, and Luna are the three.
I think it was Thorn.
Yeah, it was
Thorn is the one that wears green and has the pigtails. Dusk is the
Yeah, then maybe it
guitarist.
was. Yeah, then it was probably Dusk. But man, she was fucking hot. But it was like definitely like a her kind of vibe. Like that's exactly like how she's dressed. Like that is exactly how she's dressed. But like definitely like that whole like you know how that's exactly. Oh my god, I'm just fucking Dusk. Is that when she goes home? She's like, "Hi, Daddy. How are you?" Oh my god. But that's like the exact vibe of everything. Like Twilight fangirl, but also like goth Dusk Hex Girls core.
So after about an hour, I'm just gonna skip this car ride because I don't want to deal with y'all.
Isaac just stares out the window again.
I'm currently meditating and making sure that I save my energy because I am currently out in the sunlight.
The thing is, Isaac was raised by his stoner parents and like just really fucking chill people. So
Oh my god,
he
are they
doesn't really,
swingers?
he never really has a lot that like goes through his head.
Isaac, Kyle, are they swingers?
No, they're just
Oh.
Damn it.
they're just stoners that like to.
I was about to say it totally makes sense as to why Barbara's parents.
All of your parents hang out.
Barbara's parents have that 80s sex basement.
No, Isaac's parents definitely like. His parents definitely know about that, but they're like too busy like getting high and fucking each other to like worry about other people.
Oh my
Nice.
god. Like, I definitely want one of our parents' groups to be like secret nudists.
It would definitely be
It's
Cecil's.
Cecil's. It's Cecil's. It's Cecil's. It's Cecil's.
Oh my god, it's all coming.
It's Cecil's and it's not exactly secret.
You just know.
Coming together.
You just know that the second Aderna sent that text to her mom, so her mom was like, "Oh, thank God," and then took all her clothes off.
No, she was probably like, "Oh, thank God, we can have the swingers party at our house now." She's probably
Immediately
like,
call Cecil's parents.
Immediately call Cecil's parents and Isaac's parents, because Isaac's parents probably have that Voyager kink of like they love people watching them.
Why is everyone just like, we don't want parents in this? Parents are stupid. We know my players make their parents like this. Like,
I'm sorry that we're giving them a lively and rich backstory, Allie.
no, it's really
Definitely
funny.
lively.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you guys are taking real deep on
Oh my
this.
god, this is what I never want to play Remy ever again.
I would love to like point out that you're like everybody, all your parents are still technically in Eden. Like I wouldn't know if your parents would have evacuated or not to somewhere else, but like there's like shit going down.
Is Eden still like normal, or is it
No.
like okay? I would imagine that like anyone that wasn't like, I would imagine like, because James made it seem like, oh yeah, everything's fine, but you're no, like the whole city is like currently at war. I would imagine that we would have like everyone who was like considered a quote unquote like random NPC citizen was probably evacuated to Serene.
Yeah.
Would that make sense?
Well, yeah, that's where their most evacuations are. They're not actually like in Serene, they're like right outside. That's the evacuation area in like a little like commune.
I would imagine like a little suburb town.
Yeah.
Like on the outskirts. Makes sense.
Yeah,
makes sense.
It's for like an emergency evacuation.
Until Eden gets cleaned up.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Okay, perfect. We're all on the same page now.
So they're just in their own Airbnb having a swinger party.
That's
Right.
exactly how Aderna knew to find the BDSM den.
Great.
She knew.
Oh, gross! So your parents totally fucked in this BDSM bed and breakfast they were in right now? Is that what you're saying?
No, it's just like genetics. Like she knew, like without even realizing
I see.
it, the signs. You know how like some people post on things on Craigslist of like they're looking for like someone to fuck or something. They have certain
They have
keywords.
pineapples everywhere.
Yeah, they have like certain keywords. Like Aderna found like the certain keyword of like, oh, my parents like places like this. They always describe them like this all the time, and then like boom. And then she's like slowly starting to realize that her parents are fucking swingers.
Isaac already knew about his parents. He just doesn't care because he's like just chilling, minding his own business. He's like, I don't care, man.
At one point, I want to say to spice up their marriage, the Lancasters probably went to one of these parties, and then they were like, never again.
Oh, well, think about it this way: that maybe you are secretly Remy's half sister.
Oh shit!
But that's like, I would probably say that like this probably didn't start until like maybe like a year or two ago, because they're like, okay, we're empty nesters now. We can start doing whatever the fuck we want, even though like Aderna definitely still lives in the house. I'm so sorry, Allie.
I love all this insight we have
so-
over a BDSM
We are
BB.
so fucking unhinged right now.
I was planning on this, so
We are so unhinged.
It's finally nice out, so we're all losing our minds.
Oh my god.
okay. So
We should probably
you
get to the
guys-
actual mission now.
yeah, that's what I was trying to do.
That is what happened. You said this was an hour away, right?
Yeah.
That's what happens during that hour. Is like we're just all kind of like discussing this.
How your parents are swingers.
Yeah.
Fucking Hood is like shaking from laughing, and Rodney's bright fucking red. Hi, friends. It's your favorite game goddess, Allie. How are you this week? You know the deal, guys. If you aren't, why not? It's great. You can talk to us all the time. You can follow us on Twitter at dice_drop. Did you hear that Elon Musk might be taking away his bid on Twitter? So that might be like an okay thing again. Who knew? I don't know. We still have that Tumblr, though, and you can search us on Dice Drop Evolution on that Tumblr. And also, if you don't feel like doing any of that sort of social media and you prefer Discord, we also have a Discord that's crazy. You can go through our link tree through our Twitter and just click on that, and then you'll be in our Discord where we talk, where we have a good time, where we laugh. It's just a bunch of stupid shit. And that's the easiest way to talk to us as well. If you like us and you want to hear more from us because you like weird, unhinged chaos demons, that's the best way to do it. And again, if you like us and you like what we do, help support us. You can go to greenroninstore.com if you're ever thinking about, I don't know, grabbing a new TTRPG. Why not? That's what you're here for, right? Sorry, my river came out. But yeah, if you're feeling like getting into a new game, feeling like getting into this game, feeling like, I don't know, finding some merch, finding some new things to look into, greenroninstore.com. And our promo code, DaysDrop, you will save money and you'll help support us. So it's like a nice symbiotic relationship there. If you want to support us without really having to get anything, you can always go to our coffee and put in a little donation right there. Everything goes back to this podcast. Or you can become a member and get some extra content. Coming up this month, actually, there is going to be a blooper reel that actually probably won't be put out until New Year's, and it's a really good blooper reel. We have now officially phased out of all of the old James bloopers, so it's just me and the gang, and all of our guests also, so it just gets really, really, really chaotic. So if you're interested in listening to that a little bit faster than everybody else, make sure you're a part of the Revolution tier so you can get all that extra content. Yay! If you guys are wondering, hey Allie, when's the next motherfucking episode? This is great, but I want to know when I can hear more of you. The part 2 to this is actually going to be up next, and then we're going to return back to our main squad. So the part 2, where we start fighting some Astoria gang, is going to be June 3rd. See you there, friends. Alright.
Allie, you're one of those people who, when you drop the F-bomb, you're like, you mean it. You're like, we're time to get this fucking shit started. I'm like, whoa.
Chill, bro. Chill.
Yeah.
It's River's entire personality is a curse.
That's it.